Live.
We're live everywhere.
We're live on Facebook,
We are live.
Instagram, and
we are live.
YouTube.
So, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Sips Tea, the show. Happy freaking hump day to you. Hope you're getting those humps in, for active, healthy sex life. That's always good. I mean, it's part of the whole situation.
Starting off with the infinity early.
I mean, we care about your sexual health as well as your mental health. Okay.
Sex
so
is important.
if it's, if it's happening for you, then great. If not, masturbation is a thing. So we'll get started with Sips Tea, the show. Happy hump day. Happy Women's Crush Wednesday, Working Women's Wednesday, whatever y'all want to do on a Wednesday, along with watching Sips Tea, the show. How you doing? Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's just get right into it because we want to.
Since you had me go with the
my
whole
cup runneth over type.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, let's get into this positivity.
What you got for us today? Let me take that screenshot of something before this good old phone dies.
Okay, so what I wanted to share with you guys. So my quote today, my little positivity piece, is again something that's been like speaking to me recently. One, I want to remind everybody to have an attitude of gratitude. And I think we'll talk about that a little bit later in Detox Tea, because I think it's so appropriate that we talk about, our gratitude and our mental attitude and positivity when we talk about detox, because that's mind, body, and spirit. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, my quotes along those lines are my situations.
Okay, sis.
Okay, because sometimes you say something about me having doubles and triples.
Okay, sis.
I don't know what's going to come out. I got stuff on the paper, and I'm just going to say what I got on paper. Okay, don't look on the paper, though.
Okay.
So surviving versus thriving.
Oh, okay. Surviving versus thriving.
Yes, this message has been coming to me a lot lately, and I recognize the fact that for many, many years and for a long, long time, which is also equal to many, many years, I've been in survival mode. Mm. And whereas that's great and it's a testament, and I love that I was able to survive in survival mode, it doesn't allow me the opportunity to be my best self.
Before you go to what you're about to say,
you gotta cut me off. I wouldn't be show if I couldn't get a word out. It's like,
yeah, we know she's a talker.
But
when I say this quote, then you're gonna understand why. Before you say what you're about to say,
why is what you're about to say more important than what I was about to say? When I led into it.
It's going to lead into.
Okay, so you about to bring me in?
Yes.
Okay, bring me in.
Wait a minute, because you just said thriving versus surviving, and you realize you've been surviving, and then this quote was like, "Whoa,
I will survive."
And so when I say this, you're gonna be like, "Whoa," and then you're gonna understand. And I can't even go back on it because hold on, let's see. It says, "I stopped explaining myself when I realized people only understood from their level of perception." And it goes to line with where you are going. I'm gonna let you finish going there about thriving and surviving. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you finish. But it's just people's perception of what you're doing with your life has to change. But keep going with your.
So people's perception. What do you mean?
So this quote is saying like,
okay, I see.
People, you know what I'm saying? People, you realize you come to a point of your life, like you just said, you've been just surviving.
Yeah.
You haven't. You're maintaining, you're surviving out here in this world.
Yeah.
But when you start realizing that people really don't understand where you're coming from. So somebody might not understand what you're saying is I'm surviving out here. What you mean you're surviving?
Right.
That's your level of perception of what I'm doing. But what I'm telling you is what I've been doing is just surviving.
Right. For me.
So that's what I'm saying.
And then also with that perception.
Like,
yeah.
But go ahead.
And then people's outside perception of you can be completely and totally different than your perception of self, And I personally know, based upon the potential that I know is dwelling within this being, I do feel like, I've been in survival mode, and I reach the first base, home base. I reach home base fabulously. I slide the fuck on in there. But does that provide me with an opportunity to get to home base, look out at the field, decide what I want to do with the next pitch? There are certain things that happen in survival mode that do not happen when you're thriving. When you're thriving, You have survived a situation, yeah, but you are also, you breathe different. You breathe different and you act different. You do differently. You know what I mean? Your perception of the world around you isn't like, okay, things are always going to come at me. It's a different perception, a different place to be. And to get to the mode where you're like, okay, I know I'm in survival mode. And if you're in survival mode, like I said, when you get through surviving situations with, flying colors, you forget that that's what you're doing, going back to your quote as well. But thriving looks different. Thriving feels different, and thriving smells different. You know what I mean? You're not doing the paycheck to paycheck thing when you're thriving. That's your survival. You know what I mean? You're not doing the bare minimum to get by when you're thriving, because that's just you surviving whatever situation that you are, in. But I want everybody to know who's in survival mode, and if you got a friend in who is thriving, or if you're the thriver and somebody else around you is honestly believe that there is a beauty in surviving. Yes, but let's be mindful of getting to the next level. So my personal quote for that is to celebrate your survival, but choose to thrive. You know what I mean? Because all of my experiences, everything that I've been through, all of the past, all the stupid things I'm doing today and the stupid things I will do tomorrow in pursuit of my happiness or whatever the next level for me is, I never want to forget about the survival. You know what I mean? I never want to forget the things that I did in the past. Never forget about your survival mode. Celebrate that shit. You did that, sis. You know what I mean? You survived a hell of a lot. Even out there, again, we are in Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We are in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so when we're talking about survivors, even in those situations, you have survived that shit. And that should be celebrated, that you survived it and you came out of it. But then you choose to thrive, because we have to make the choice to get to the next level. You have to make the choice to do something different and to be elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even if, shout out to all of our survivors of breast cancer and domestic violence and life. Okay. Shout out to everybody who was surviving for so long and just trying to, deal with not being able to breathe until the fingers were away from your neck so that you could thrive. Now you have to choose to take a step forward and go to the next level, whatever that is for you. You know what I'm saying? So for our survivors out there, we celebrate you with domestic violence and cancer and things like that. We all know that there's a spirit of fear that comes along with those particular situations. Just like there's a spirit of fear that comes along with failure and things like that in regular survival. But getting beyond that spirit of fear that may come from domestic violence, you're scared about new relationships. You side-eyeing everybody. You don't want to get into nothing with anybody because you don't trust anybody, things like that. Cancer survivors, you're always scared that the cancer's coming back, things like that. And you're making steps so that these things don't happen. But at the same time, are you thriving? Are you thankful that, there's one thing to be thankful that you survived a disease, but with that survival, are you branching out to find your best self? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could have ended last month, but I beat cancer and now I want to be this person. You know what I mean? Are you reinventing or finding whoever it was that you thought you should be before this thing came into your life in the first place? So that's my thing. It's my own personal quote. Just celebrate your survival, but choose to thrive,
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Okay.
So, moving on, and we're going to let her have that segment of the show because she took a whole 9 minutes.
I didn't actually. There was a whole lot of talking before that, but I understand if you are not prepared.
A whole long time for that.
Okay, well, I can also give y'all another quote because we're not technically at our 10-minute mark, and this show is timed. Our segments are timed, okay?
Yeah.
But I got to shout out Amanda Seals.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout out Amanda Seals.
I didn't get to go back to my quote.
Ma'am, you had already passed the torch. You had already decided you just wasn't gonna do shit.
Oh Lord, I'm thinking
you want me to run the tape back so you see what you just said?
No. What I'm trying to do is see if we could save some time in the beginning of the show So at the end of the show,
no, what we're going to do is be on time with all of our segments.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go with the
time
shit.
is everything.
Here
you not get it back.
Shit,
be on time.
All right,
do the
10
shit
seconds,
you're supposed
9,
to do.
2, 8,
and
3,
see, she
4,
just stole
5,
from me. I had
6,
some more
7.
gems to drop.
We're going to drop them next week. We're going to drop them next week.
What tea you want to brew today?
Brewing tea.
Yeah. There's so many things you forget about. But
actually,
good. I think you should. Yeah,
I do actually have somebody to brew, and I'm really, really excited. I was hoping that I had her T-shirt for this show, but it'll actually be for next week's show. She just actually inboxed me. It's the brand I was telling you about. Remember when we interviewed Anna this month last year,
right,
for breast cancer awareness, and so she started her own line,
right,
and so she has the pink shirts with the model on it or whatever. And I was hoping I had got it for this show, but I actually be getting it next show. But shout out to her because her business is taking off.
Okay, like
people are really buying into her product line, her T-shirts and things like that. And she's starting off slow. I was just doing T-shirts, but she's eventually gonna elevate as with everything else, with doing hats and things like that. But I know as far as she has a lot of support. I know one of her cousins is like Emily, Fabulous's girlfriend, wife, whatever she is. She's really highly supporting her, helping push her brand and things like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she and her daughter is also, who's into the modeling industry and things like that, is also helping her produce her as well. Thank you. Produce her as well. So she's really, her shirts, she's been selling them out.
Okay.
So she got like black and white ones, and then she has the pink ones for breast cancer awareness. So next month I'll show it to you guys. But they're really, really, really nice. And I'll actually I'm gonna actually put her stuff on our page.
Absolutely. Yes.
We interviewed her.
We really need to start, with people whose tea we are brewing and people that we highlight and things like that. We need to start posting you guys. So if you catch yourself being brewed, and maybe we will learn to actually warn you ahead of time so that everybody can tune in and stuff like that. You have your family members tune in because you are brewing your tea, and you are being, celebrated during our Brewing the Tea segment. We really need to start putting them on our page and so that everybody knows what's what. Exactly. So definitely, Anna,
very excited for her.
Send us your ish, because Eb Deceleb is the only one that knows so far. I don't like that. Like, I don't like to not know shit. So, definitely share.
Just to get y'all a quick I was hoping that was gonna be.
What are you gonna do, dear?
I was gonna just.
You gonna try to show it on the screen?
I was.
How about we just put it on to
the page?
Yeah, let's put it on our page. That would be so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like your wording and lettering is cute. And I think really sometimes with stuff like that, you really got to have cute, attractive lettering and things like that. And then story as well, right? I know we talked about it a little bit during the last show, but because it comes with a story, that makes it even more of a worthwhile purchase, especially this month. And you got peoples in them out there, helping you market. So
I thought that was dope too. I definitely thought that was dope as well. So I was just like, I'm gonna definitely talk about her. I'm excited to get her a shirt.
I'm
excited for what she's doing.
Did you get actually
one? No, I didn't. No.
How much are they? What's the retail? On these things?
$25 and $5 for shipping. So
that's why I didn't get one. True.
She should, because I thought I was just gonna get one. She was sent me a cash app.
I know that. Right. Listen, damn, all the free shit I done gave away. I should have thought twice.
Yeah, exactly. But you sure sent that cash.
Okay. These things have overhead, baby.
Exactly.
And shout out to you for charging, damn it. You know?
Yeah.
So awesome.
She had to pay for it.
Absolutely.
But I definitely wanted to highlight her. And next week you guys will see the show. But anybody who is continuously out there doing their thing, please make sure you guys reach out to us, because this is the part of the show that is so important to us. It's highlighting those people out there doing big things with their life. Like, we want to know about it. We want to get the tea on it so that we can spill the tea to other people. So
exactly.
When you are out here doing your thing, don't be afraid to just DM us. We are going to highlight you. For now, free of charge.
Yes, for now.
Free of charge.
Yeah, we got charging.
T-shirts.
But we'll definitely have to work that out so that because we got bills to pay.
Yeah, we
as
do.
Well.
These lights don't cut on themselves.
Okay, hello.
So
But definitely, if you guys want, if you know somebody else, slide in the DMs with something like that. No more. But I'm just saying the DMs be crazy, girl. Be in the DMs. Not on Sip the show, but that other summit. Why do you think I can't even listen? Hey, everybody on Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope that you come on over to YouTube. But if you don't see GemDTwin on Facebook quite often, if you send me invites and if you are sending me little messages on Facebook, 9 times out of 10, I am just not there. And one of the reasons I am not there is because I received way too many dick pics. Unsolicited. I've talked about this topic so many times, like unsolicited freaking genitalia. In my, like, why? I don't get it. So, I started that page. We were doing Just Loud, and everybody and their mom and them is on it. So, yeah, I've opened up some things that just were not to my liking. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want from me? Like, what was the purpose of that?
They wanted to.
I mean, but we've already talked about the fact of like another pool. You know what I mean? Like, so what you doing? Like, what's happening here? What is happening here? You know what I mean? No, I don't like unsolicited shit. Period.
Yeah,
did I look at you and be like, yeah, do that? No, I ain't even poke people on Facebook, and I got shit that
you didn't.
No, so I just stay away from.
You know what else I don't like though too? What people do, and this is sad.
What?
I don't like when they send them group this is
group messages or group,
or when they start sending you get this is so when they start
is it a group dick pic?
No, when they send the thing, pray for me.
Those damn chain letters.
The chain letter. I hate to say it.
I know.
I pray for everybody. I'm always.
Don't make me feel like I don't love Jesus because I don't want to pass on your shit.
I know.
Stop sending me that shit. So that is another thing that ranks right up there with the dick pic. Because
I didn't know that was bad to say.
No, I know what you mean, and it makes you feel away because it's like you
feel forced. You feel forced, and you're like, "Am I not going to get prayer? Am I not going to have luck?"
And then nobody, since we're praying for everybody, including you, because you're reading this. If you send this out to somebody else, then
exactly,
am I not being blessed? Do I not get to my season of thriving because I haven't passed along your stupid chain messages?
Yeah,
Stop it.
I feel bad.
Although, okay, so I will say this. I do appreciate the fact that these people are trying to chain out some other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day when people did chain mail and things like that, it was like, send $1 to this person. Like you were doing, like self-serving chains and stuff. So I can appreciate, sending out prayers and things. Maybe just take out the part that says I should do something. Because really, if I pray for you, I'm not saying pray for you and you pray for me. And I do understand you're just trying to kind of make it rain on the positivity unto responsibility on people who
don't really feeling that vibe.
Even if I'm feeling the vibe, I'm not about to send it out to everybody else.
I don't be feeling the vibe.
Listen,
I be like, I'm not. And they get 20 of them, and he's like, oh my god.
That's because everybody loves you.
No, we're not gonna get blessed. What am I gonna do?
Afterwards, I remember a period of time that after I saw those things and did not send them out and made a choice. Because first of all, you don't know how many people I send it to. How you know I even like 5 people?
Exactly.
How do you know I even talk to 5 people?
Exactly.
So, but after that, I would literally have to say a little prayer, please, Jesus, please don't let this be the thing that blocks. Thank goodness I have my own personal relationship with my Lord and Savior, which makes it so, he look, I ain't tripping off that social media-ish. And I'd be like, thank you, Lord.
Thank you for having
because that's ridiculous. But it did make me feel bad for a whole period of time. And I would have to I got to check in with the Lord to make sure he's not mad that I didn't do something that you told me to do.
Exactly.
Mankind. No, ma'am. And
don't put that pressure on them.
Don't put the pressure on you. And you're using, just change the verbiage. If you would like to send this to 5 people to change their day, go ahead and do so. Yeah. And if not, you have a blessed one.
Or anyway. maybe if this is a thing, maybe we should start a Facebook 60 to show chain and say, watch the show and send it to 10 people.
Or else you're not going to get your blessing.
Oh, you're not going to get your blessing.
Right. And then we have to go back and send it to everybody who sent it.
Exactly.
I think we should.
Maybe we should start the chain.
Done. This is happening.
It's happening.
Wait for it, guys.
That way, y'all can see what we be talking about. But you guys, we definitely want to keep the show moving because we have a lot of great stuff to get into. But I really want us to get into this infinity because we always tend to have to cut that short. So let's go ahead and get into the tea time because there's definitely been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of crazy stuff going on too. Like I had to come in and peep GemDTwin when I first came in. I'm like, did you hear about this shit? You know, because this shit is normal. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta watch our intake, our liquor intake. We gotta watch that shit. We taking, you know, liquor, drugs, mollies, dippers, all this shit is taking our people away from us. But in particularly liquor. And so I'm gonna get all of y'all hip too. I don't know if anybody has heard about what has been going on in Greensboro, North Carolina, but if you haven't heard about it, peep this. I'm gonna give you my rendition of it. Okay. So what has happened in North Carolina, Greensboro, is 2 women are being charged for first-degree murder and 5 counts of, I believe it was like, and don't quote me, I believe it was like second-degree murder or something like that, and then another count with the death with the vehicle, then another count manslaughter, then another count with fleeing the scene, and this and this and this and this and this. This is one of those situations where you look at the aftermath and you sit there and you say, now, how the fuck did this just happen?
Right.
That's one of those situations.
Yeah.
Because and you sitting in, you have to sit in the courtroom because this is like Lifetime movie type.
I just have so many questions.
Like, what you did? What? Wait, what? You killed what? Wait, you ran over who? Wait, what? You fought what? Like, okay, back up. Tell the story again. It's one of those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? And so allegedly, what has happened? A lot of things went wrong in this entire situation, in my opinion. But what has happened, this is what, you know, what's being out there in the world today, the news or whatever, is in North Carolina, about 304 at a gas station, there was a brawl. Mm-hmm. It was between one young lady. It was between people, but really it was between two of the 3. One of the girls who did get killed, you guys have to go and watch the video. She was trying to protect her friends. She was trying to stop the fight. Right. Then you had the one girl who was just super hyped because she done got beat up at the gas station. Her car done got hit or whatever the case may be. So she was so hyped up and she was ready to fight. Right. And then you had the other friend who was trying to stop it, but she was with the shit. Mm-hmm. Right. She was like, don't do it. Don't bust her in the face. Get the fat. All this. And then you had the one who did pass away who was legit trying to stop it. Like, let's not do this. You know, I want to go home. She had kids. Yeah. She was 30 years old. So this is where that thing is. How did this just happen? Life can change in the blink of an eye. A blink of an eye. So within 5 minutes, blinking a couple times, you have this person fighting this person and then attack this person. Now the one who was about that life and got jumped, and so now she's ready to fight as well. And then you have this person who done keeps falling all over the place because she's drunk. So liquor is also involved. Absolutely. And then you have this one person who was about that life but still trying to stop it, said, you know what, fuck all y'all. I'm about to run y'all bitches over. So she hops in that truck, mind you, with not having a valid license. That was revoked. Okay. So they put all that up there. Right. The license was revoked. She gets into her truck with the other one who was fighting everybody and runs over people. Brawl a B. At the gas station. So she done ran over her friend, killed her friend. She done injured 5 other people and then 3 other people in a critical condition. So a total of 9 people. You just out there mowing people down. Then got hurt. Okay, so Anna says first degree murder. And several attempted murder. And they working on we're over here on YouTube where you guys should be, but the ages of the drivers, 27, 28. What the whole thing was, none of them was over 30.
Yeah.
Even the people who was injured.
So think about how many people, like, your shit is just done.
Like that's
not only do we
like,
have your friend who lost her entire life. And it's not even this other person. This is your friend.
Yeah.
You know, that lost her entire life.
You got
by
to deal
fucking
with
around
that.
with you tonight.
Mind you, she was from Boston. She was out here trying to get out in North Carolina, trying to get her life together. Yeah. Well,
and that's also like, okay, so
hold on. It says 5 injured, 3 are in critical condition, and 1 passed away.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I honestly feel like we definitely gonna give a moment of silence, but that's that situation where you look and you say, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. But then social media and the way that we are, the world today, is nobody thought to call the police before all this went down. Right. All this is going down when
okay, so I remember you showed me a video, and the video was of one of the young lady's mother. And the mother was saying, mind you, I'm sorry, I have to, like, I'm a people watcher, so I like to watch a lot of stuff. Mind you, when she first starts talking, she's not looking at the camera. Why? And I feel like there's you know that what you're about to say out your mouth
is stupid.
It's stupid, and it's not like, you know, you should. This is where it comes from when look, I'm sorry, I know it's fucked up, but because I understand as a mother,
looking for the narrative.
You're looking for, like, okay, so what she started off saying was that this altercation that Eb Deceleb just described, it was an altercation with a group of girls, and that the mother said,
girls and guys.
And guys, okay.
So the guys was beating up on the girls.
Oh, okay, great.
So add that in there too.
That's amazing.
And then you had a few gays in there as well.
So they are, you know, in the midst of this brawl, but apparently the escalation of this thing was not like a 5-minute situation, not 10 minutes, not 15, not 20, but apparently, according to this mother, so allegedly, this situation took about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So they're at a gas station, which means there's plenty of bystanders, and the natural assumption what the mother was saying was that somebody would have called the police or done something else before it got to this point. Now, let's talk about that too, though, because we don't call the police. People call the police. Let's just be
really. But I'm not even looking. Let me tell you I'm not looking for the people to call the police. I'm looking for the establishment to call the police.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But because, number one, let's be clear.
What are they doing?
Everybody's interested.
Yeah. Everybody wants to know.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
What time was it? 3 a.m.?
It was
There's
3 or
not
4.
usually that much that's happening at 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. So it's probably like, it's interesting a little bit, fuck a little bit. You know, so this person who is I'm saying whoever was working at making their night because it was boring as fuck. Like, what's going on at 3 a.m.?
But you know,
like human nature. I'm not saying that any of this is right. I'm saying human nature. What are we actually doing? What's our actual behaviors out here in this world?
But you know what else? If we in that video, like that video, also what was triggered was by a phone. First, we couldn't call the police, but we had the time to videotape everything.
Yes, you did.
That was the worst thing.
But then the people that are videotaping are involved. They were
like, I want you to touch this phone.
Yeah.
And so when that person hit that phone, then she get the fight.
Right.
Because you videotaping her and she done got all up in the phone.
But you know what? Later on in this show, we're going to talk about energy a little bit during detox. And this is a prime example of some energy getting all the way the fuck out of control. Anna said,
call the
popo. White people call the popo.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was one of them meet up at the gas station spots because
after the club let out.
So Anna's saying basically that the meetup at the club was probably like a thing. Like, this is what they do after we meet up at the gas station. Uh-huh. That could also be true. You know what I mean? Because we all have our meetup spots as well. So,
they said that gas station was known for some meth.
Yeah, the gas station, which means also that's a
why would they call?
Listen, exactly, because when this shit goes down and this is what you're known for, it desensitizes us and like, look, I'm gonna let this go on because
this is what they do anyway.
Or what happened the last time we called the police? You know, all of those things come into play. But bringing it back to the mom that was in the interview, not looking at the camera for quite some time. She's happened for 2 hours. Understood, you know. So usually we can dissect through any relationship or anything when we get a chance to look back, you can dissect several places where shit went wrong and could have done, and something else could have happened. So yes, that's one place something could have happened. But she failed to, in my opinion, she failed to even like point out the responsibility of her daughter. Like I got that that's your child. You got her back. What did she say? No, I'm talking about that interview.
Oh, that's the first time I saw the interview. But in the courtroom, she did apologize and everything to the family and stuff like that.
Who, the girl or the mother?
The mother.
Okay.
The mother. She
okay,
did.
good.
She did apologize. I mean, like
because somebody lost their child.
Somebody
you don't want to lose yours to jail. I understand that. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Murder. She's facing death penalty.
That's what she's facing death as well.
Yeah.
So I feel you advocate, for your child and everything, but at the same time, it's just like we got to get real out here with the whole situation.
Yes,
so
it is deep. It's definitely, you guys. Anna on
YouTube.
YouTube is saying.
It's some YouTube bloggers here.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of bloggers out there. That's why we really wanted to talk about it. Please make sure you watch the video, because I'm telling you, when you watch that video and you just see that stuff, your life is just like, this is a reality. This is a situation. And the sad thing about it is they can catch everything on that camera.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't even need the gas station.
You didn't need the gas. You don't need it. You catch everything on that camera. And it's like, we got to wake up and we got to start. We got to look at ourselves in the mirror. Like when you look at that video, you not only just looking at damn, but you like, damn, that's our people. Right. That's our people out here making a fool of themselves on social media, YouTube, everywhere else. And now you in the courtroom crying and going through all these different things. Like we gotta do better, because then we get upset when we see people like the person who just got time, only doing 7 years or something like that, or 10 years, for killing the guy.
Oh, right.
We look at then we want to sit there and say, oh my God, he should have got more time. So now in this situation, what are we saying?
Right. Like what's about to happen?
You get what I'm saying?
What are we saying now?
What are we saying now in this situation? Should we say, oh, should they get off because everybody was fighting, or should we do this, or if they were white? At some point, we gotta take race out of it. Yeah. And we gotta put people back into it.
When we put all our black asses in one little situation, then it's like, okay, now what we about to do?
Now what we about to do? What you gonna say? Oh, they should only get. This is our people. Yeah. We are so quick to jump down a person's throat. When a white person kills a black person, we are quick to jump down the throat and throw out all the judging and this and law this and race that. But what happens when you have all this black on black crime? Yeah. When does that shit stop? And that's the part. That's on period. Like people like to say, when do you stop the black on black crime? Why do we think that it's okay for us to kill each other, but we want to condemn the white man for killing us? None of this shit is okay. Right. In my opinion.
Ebony here on YouTube, she kind of brought up a good topic as well. The fact that she was like, basically stay away from ratchet situations, because you could end up in one of those situations where you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And, then you basically were, basically you just got fucked up in the game. Yeah.
She didn't plan on that.
But I mean, I don't think anybody involved in an unfortunate accident. Yeah, you don't plan on it. But
also too, when you see some shit going left,
go right.
You need to
take
exit
your
to the
ass
right.
Okay.
Because if you can, I'm gonna hold you down.
But if
you still trying to fight,
let me tell you something. No shade. No shade. But baby girl, the one that was kind of really like going at it, where there was a young lady, the one that unfortunately lost her life. She was trying her best to restrain a girl that I feel like was at least 1.5 times her size.
Yeah, she won't
drunk.
She won't trying to be restrained.
She's not your friend that you're gonna pick up off the. Let me tell y'all something. I have always been a believer of this. When I go out, because I am fucking 5'11", I am not getting intoxicated to the point that I might drop my ass on the ground. Why? Exactly. Because you motherfuckers are not going to be able to pick me up. It's going to be way too much.
And I'm not about to be call somebody.
Yes. And so,
like, come on here, get up.
That's why we had to talk about booze and like your liquor intake. Like who?
You got to watch
yourself. First of all,
you got to be careful.
You got to watch yourself, and you got to watch your circle. And these are facts. And you need to know what your circle is like when they get intoxicated, because for real, at the end of the day, we are all like capable of reaching level 10 with our anger. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a Gemini and I'm real chill with my shit. But once pushed to a certain point, especially if you're like bringing in alcohol and things like that, we all know that things go left.
Yeah,
they can definitely go left. But know your circle, because one person in your circle, the one that lost her life,
she didn't know her circle. She was new,
and so
they might have been popular, and she wanted to get in with the in crowd. Who the fuck knows?
Right?
But she ain't know them bitches,
right?
Because see, I got to know you before I sit here and put myself in anybody's situation. Because if I start seeing all this shit, people fighting,
and I have been in the peacemaker in me. I've been in situations where I like to diffuse the shit, and I'll tell you one thing though: when you go too fucking far, I'm just gonna let you continue to go
too fucking far.
Because at that point, I'm out of control as well. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know how I feel like the only control is self-control, baby. So yes, that is like the last thing I'm gonna do. But unfortunately, you know, she tried. But if I'm not mistaken, what you told me, because I didn't see the entire video.
It's 22 minutes.
Yeah, Eb Deceleb kept like she was like bouncing around for me. So
I had it because my girlfriend, when she was showing it to me, she was
bouncing and shit.
Yeah, I was trying to get to the point.
To deliver the same shit to me. Yeah. But so I didn't see how the friend got, you know, hit or whatever, but you were telling me that she basically, because my thing was, how did you not know that your friend was not in the truck or, you know, in the car as they got in the car? So if I'm going to mow down, like, it should be all of us motherfuckers that came together should be in there to mow everybody down, you know, whatever. But apparently the two girls who were most involved in the altercation got into the truck, and the girl that was trying to stop it was behind the truck.
That's what it looked like.
And you said that they pretty much backed up the truck, you know, with your drunk ass. You back up and then you pull forward. So you probably felt yourself hit somebody, but you backed up. Yeah. You backed up and then you pulled over. So essentially you ran over her twice. She lost her life, and then you proceeded to mow down and mow down 5 other people and injure.
And including themselves, because that bitch was on crutches. She said she got punched in the face. Oh yeah, she did. She did get
what
punched.
Happened?
She got the one who got
the friend
who died. Yeah,
the friend who died ended up getting punched in the face,
and she stumbled and collapsed, and she passed out, and then they had ran her over, and the people,
hell no.
This in the plot thickens.
So just show.
Can you do the face where you say, "How the fuck did this happen?
How the fuck did this happen?"
Right?
How in 2 and 3 hells did this happen?
Right?
Like that really.
Yeah. How do you go to the court?
There's no fucking pause. There's no breaks to the shit. Right. Like y'all just continue to fuck on, and it was not even a problem. Like where do we stop, people? Oh, and then how about this? Okay, in order for us to see the videos, right?
You gotta record.
Motherfuckers are still recording the whole entire thing. Yeah. Like, okay, so what irritates me is when we are recording.
We are not sensitive.
We are desensitized.
We are desensitized.
But what irritates me is when people are recording. First of all, I hate all y'all black ass videos. I'm gonna tell you that now. I fucking hate this shit. Like, if you are gonna,
when I tell you this part,
if you want World Star some shit, like, please, if you are recording something for posterity, then please do your due diligence. You'll be the motherfucker on the sideline or something. I don't need you getting your phone slapped out your hand and then it's all humble jumble. It's like the old fucking Blair Witch Project.
Or then when she got the phone back, she said, "I just had to fuck that in the camera.
Yeah,
I had to fuck that bitch up for taking my phone." In the camera.
So then we got all these people
ran over and everything, dead and everything else. You still worried about your damn
self. I mean, they are like upwards of $600 and $700.
Do you get what I'm
saying? I understand.
But you get what I'm saying though. That cannot where
does it come from? Like y'all just
we got to be
y'all are wilding the fuck out mentally, because none of this bothered anybody until people, you know, they're like, oh wow, you know, people not moving.
You heard
they got mowed down by a car and now they're not moving. So now it's like that kind of brings, oh shit, you know. And so this is what is important. I mean, again, we're in Domestic Violence and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That is also something that I've said about abusers and things like that. There are some people who, during their abuse, they throw things. They jerk you. They do things that people think are not like vital, like, oh, they just threw something at me, but you never know when your violent action, you did something, you know what I mean? You did something. Whereas Eb Deceleb, if you go over there and you stand against the wall and I just throw something in your direction, that shit can hit you in your head. You can fucking hit your head on the damn, on your way down, you can hit your head on a corner or something, and that dead. Like, you got to be conscious of your fucking actions, and that your fucking actions matter too, and they could matter just that damn much. You know what I mean? Like, the snowball effect is crazy in some situations, and this is one of those situations with a snowball of that particular incident. Y'all thought y'all was gonna have a good story to go home. Yeah, it was crazy.
We had a drunken night. That bitch had me fucked up. Next time I see that bitch on period, I'm gonna fuck that bitch
on period. And on period, your ass is in jail now. Everybody crying. The two people that are living right now are facing life and or the death penalty, life in jail,
481 months for each count. Of the attempted murders, and then another 60 something for this and another. I'm like that, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna just be real.
What do you think?
Don't send me to jail for life. I'm sorry.
Just she said, just kill me now.
Kill me.
I mean, sometimes the punishment is to let you
to rot in jail. Yeah, I don't want to rot in jail. I don't want to live waking up to Big Sally every day.
Okay.
I don't. Just kill me. 6 months.
Maybe a year. Maybe you can do it, but not
anything over 2. Knock me out.
I mean, it's just
take me down because I'm a.
The whole situation is just not. It's not where it's at.
No, it's sad because nobody won.
No, everybody loses.
Everybody loses.
Everybody fucking loses.
Everybody loses.
So even and. I just don't even know what to say about the parents. You know, you said that the dad of the
the dad got up there and he said, he just wanted to ask a question. I mean, it's just too much.
I'm sorry, but empathetically connecting with the amount of pain that the parents must be feeling. Like, I lost my daughter, and these other two are facing losing their children, and this is without knowing the character of any of these individuals.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's still fucking tragic.
Yeah.
So
it's just bad. It's just bad. And he said he just wants to know why
they killed his daughter. Like, wow.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But that also goes to show we're not promised.
No.
We're not promised. But what we are able to do is control our surroundings and control who we are. You can't control what people do, but you can control what you do. And if you know that you can't hold your liquor, then don't take that bottle.
People don't know that they can't control their liquor until they're not controlling their liquor. And then, depending on your age, you think that shit is fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that goes to young people. That's not cute.
Right.
Being drunk and, oh my God, I'm drunk driving. People might laugh at me. I don't like to drunk drive because I don't
just drive, Ebony.
What, drunk
drive?
Don't
drunk drive.
I don't drunk drive. I do not drunk drive. People acting like I can't drink.
Eb Deceleb, like, let's be clear here, guys. She is not too drunk. She can barely drunk sit. Okay.
Yeah, let alone drunk drive.
So no, like, please do not do that.
And y'all, you don't want to drink? No, because I have to drive home.
Yeah.
Understand your life is more important than that.
And then also
that cocktail.
There's a place that you are coming from too that's saying I have some self-control over, my environment and things. And that's for a lot comes
they don't have that though.
But it comes with age and wisdom and actually, you know what I'm saying, taking this shit to heart and like thinking.
And then also too losing people to drunk drive.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is probably would also help with not drunk driving, along with the fact I didn't want to lose my life. When I went to driving school.
Oh yeah. Oh, I heard that. I never went to driving school, but I heard that shit is
it's
crucial. That's like Scared Straight 101.
Yes. Yeah. When you see those videos and how quickly you could just lose your life, like It's not a game out here because the decisions you make, what if you go out to the club, that decision that you make can affect another person and another person and another person. And don't you come out of that situation okay and kill somebody.
Right.
Because you're not going to be okay.
You're not going to be okay.
Not only, but when nobody say, as much as Brandy done posted, her, I know she ain't okay because, she killed somebody with the drunk drive.
No, I didn't. Did I know that?
Yes, you did.
Maybe I did, but that's your face like later.
I mean, they paid the family off, but you can't. I don't give a fuck how much money you pay somebody. You can't bring back life.
Right. No, never, ever.
But
that's one thing that, man, the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? Like people. Just be about your shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Careful. Like, hopefully, if there's anything that can come of this, it will like get people to actually think about shit like that a little bit more seriously. No and question. In that age demographic and in that area, because like Greensboro, is that Greensboro?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's like a college town. You know what I mean? Like they are down there, and there's so many people that's the culture and the lifestyle anyway.
That's who
because they're young and
they don't. Oh, we out here. And the gas station, take your ass.
And home. You know what else? Like, come on now with these videos. Again, I'm sorry if you're gonna shoot a video, like shoot that shit right first of all, okay? Because I can't stand you motherfuckers for your video footage.
Yeah.
But
because they did not have a good.
But also, I think sometimes the fact that you can videotape things and that social media element probably takes things and makes it go a little bit further. But so Ebony says that that wisdom and stuff comes with age and wisdom and experience, and unfortunately some people, it's a learning experience for people, and unfortunately, hopefully you don't do something like you said, you hope that you don't end up doing something that you can't fix later, because
don't do something you can't get.
Back in the day I hit a curb, you know what I mean? I ain't hit a curb, I probably scraped a little something, but I've known people who pop a curb or something before, and it is a wake-up call. But what if that wake-up call?
A curb. Sister hit a curb.
Yeah,
so I was in Whitey with her.
You ain't never been with me and hitting no curb, sis.
With the
no, I ain't no curb with no Whitey.
Yes, with the white.
No, I didn't, sis. I ain't never hit a curb with you in the car.
You remember that day we was coming down, was it Suitland Parkway or something?
What I did in Suitland Parkway is I definitely did take a little drink, but I did not hit a curb. Are you crazy? There's nothing to hit on Suitland Parkway.
No, when we was turning, you was like, "Oop," and I was like, sis, you hit this curb. Sis.
I don't remember that. But to be clear and to be honest, I will hit a curb whether I'm drinking or not. And that's why things like that happen. And technically, if that was when I did it, like I wasn't drunk, I just hit a curb. So I can't negate what she's saying because I definitely do. I mean, every now and again, the curb be like right
that
here.
Flat, and I was like,
oh yeah, I was popular. I mean, like the flats was popular with me. But again, when you saw me drinking, that would have been my first
took a swig.
Yeah, I took a swig. So wouldn't even have hit my system at that point. But this will be me in the curb. No lie. Sometimes.
And then the way she hits the curb,
it's be like, you're closer than I thought. But Ebony, so in your non-drunk driving,
hit a curb.
That's what I'm saying. So let's stop. Let's not do that. Let's not do that here.
Drive fast.
And you over here not drinking. So what I'm saying is, don't do me like that. What
is it? I've been in the car with her when she
about hitting the curb. Listen, y'all do not know. This woman over here, we does this, okay? So when she get on here and she try to do stupid shit and lie or create some other, you try to do some new shit with me though.
No, I said I hit a curb, but I said when you was drinking from that glass.
And what I said was
you was driving Big Whitey with that flask in one, the black and mild in the other.
Really, she was scared as fuck.
Listen,
don't tell people I smoke black and mild.
That was back in the day. That was almost.
It doesn't even matter.
That was.
I didn't tell them that. That's not their damn business.
That's 8 years ago.
It's not your fucking business.
That was 8 years ago.
I mean, even still,
that was
I did say that there was a time, but still, I didn't offer that information publicly.
It's okay. We all smoked the black and mild. It's all good.
But still, like,
right now.
You know,
she still should popping with the red lip.
I always am. You know, I try to bring the people a part of me. You know what I mean?
But look, what did she say? She's I've been in the car when she hit the curb. She said, "In my day."
Yeah,
she said,
Eb's been in the car. Ebony has been in the car when this one has hit her
head hit the window.
So she's literally taking you down, okay? She was safe in that car with me, though. I don't know if I hit the curb or not. I take your word for it because I do. Like, listen.
Coming right on.
You motherfucking drivers don't ever be out there and say y'all ain't hit a damn curb. Fuck that. Moving on. Y'all tried it, bye. And you definitely tried to bring it up the curb when you hitting curbs sober as fuck. Like, I'm trying to tell you.
But you know what, though? Suga Parkway is a dangerous. That curb is very dangerous. I will say this.
I'm not even sure which curb she's talking about.
When you come it down, but remember, because that one, remember when I had rolled right into the.
And you rolled into the damn ditch. Like, let's just stop. So the moral of this story is that things happen with the presence of alcohol and without. She didn't have to say she done hit a curb with me. Like, she didn't have to say that, but you didn't have to say that.
I could say that.
No. Oh, so you could say that. You know, when this one comes in and addresses you and asks you why you put that on there, just be like, I can say that. Stop the madness. Again, let's carry on. But because that is what it was, the shit was fucked up. It's all the way fucked up. We don't like it. And we have we gotta, talk about these things because it is very important that we take our lives and the lives of other people very seriously. Yeah. She gets the Shits Award. She gets the Shits Award. Yeah, both of you guys, because you collectively did that shit, and
the mother gets the Shits Award. The mom, everybody just gets the Shits Award.
Whoever, and you fucking videographers, you get the Shits Award.
Oh,
the
dom in the video,
the people who were at the stop. You know what I mean? Wow. Y'all get the Shits Award. Mm-hmm. Everybody who had a part in this that we can't say made it better. Yeah, you get the Shits Award. You know what I mean? Sorry. Misery likes company, okay? And that's a miserable fucking situation. But last week we were talking about For Affinity.
Yeah, so because we got one.
Okay. So if you've been following Tipsy the show, which you should have been, and shame on you if you have not. For the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about dating rules and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so let me try to go back in my notes and see what kind of things we had come up with, because we really want to come up with some kind of
standards,
actual factual standards for this dating situation, right? Mm-hmm. And so we were talking about one of them was the dates, okay?
Don't get picked up.
Date number one. We decided that you do not get picked up for date number one. And that date number one, we're meeting at a mutual place.
And then how long is the date?
The date, we said that the date would be an hour. I haven't heard any pushback on this. So if you guys, agree with that about it. Eb Deceleb said an hour. I don't know where I go for an hour, but whatever. Because I'm usually
she's a talker. That's
I'm probably usually
exactly. So you got to make up the time.
I don't want to rush you since I'm already fucking late. But so maybe an hour for that first date. Eb Deceleb said that's just so that you can get to know each other. But we also ended with talking about, was that a standard for somebody that you already knew? Yeah, that was a standard for the stranger. Like I met you on the street, I hollered. Yeah. Okay, so we're going for a date. Mm-hmm. But
somebody that you're rekindling, or that you might,
what if y'all been talking and like this is the
online and y'all meet? Yeah, I think you could do 2 hours. But here's the flip side too. I guess it just depends, because for the first time we're meeting, but we've talked, we kind of know a lot about each other already. So what if it's not what you thought it was, and then you're still trapped in that for 2 hours?
What?
Like, what if the person, because you can talk to somebody all day,
yeah,
and then when you finally meet them, you be like, ooh.
I think that.
Then what do you do? What do you do in that situation?
You just get the fuck out as soon as possible.
Okay. So you don't have to stay the 2 hours.
You don't have to, but I think maybe you're wrong in the beginning. Maybe it's the fact that you guys have already built a relationship in a different direction. And so I'll tell you guys one thing. I had a girlfriend who I was long distance, and we talked for like so long. I was so in love with this person. And when we first met each other, like met, It was so fucking awkward. I did not know what to do with my soul at that point. But I have been talking to myself and coaching myself along the way. Like, this is going to be weird. This is already going to be weird. Know that this is going to be weird. You know what I mean? And so when I got there and it was weird, it was to be expected. And we kind of just both sat down and it was like,
what was it? What about it was weird though? Was it?
Number one, it's weird that I'm just meeting you. So all of the things that I thought that, you know, when you have pictures and you guys are talking, you know, FaceTiming, which we didn't have FaceTime at that point, but you're just like talking back and forth. You know, there is video chat. There's, you know, pictures and stuff like that. You don't look like that. You still don't look like you do. You know what I mean? And so there's one thing to adjust to who it is, because you've made up in your mind, just like with catfish. That's why sometimes I understand how people feel, because in your mind, you have been visualizing, if you're a visual person, who it is that I'm talking to. And you have to adjust that a little bit, right? Also, this person was like super short and I'm super tall. And I knew that going in, like, but at the same time, it was like weird because they were also kind of super small, and then it was just, it's like a whole weird shebang bang. But I did remember, especially since I was stuck, that this person, the person is still who I, you know, really, really liked. So I sat down, we both sat down, and we both were like, so this is weird. Period. Like, get the fucking white elephant, there's the elephant, pink elephant in the room, and we talked about the fact that it was weird. Okay. And so can we just kind of get beyond the weirdness? Let's, you know, go out and like talk about something for a minute. But really, that little icebreaker of like, bitch, this is weird. That helps. That helps. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes honesty in all of those little situations, they help. Like, I'm not necessarily connected to you right now. You know what I mean? Connected with you. And even if I don't want to see that, and then I know you kind of also talk about being friends first. And so if we're friends, I can still stomach you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For those 2 hours. So if we've been talking for a long fucking time and now we're just meeting up, but I'm not feeling you like that. Like our energy is not like a charge, like where I'm like feeling
where
like
you thought it might have been.
Then I'm going to wait and see if that changes, because maybe my heart still just misses whoever I was talking to. And then it needs to catch up with the fact that that is you. Girl, you know, that could happen. But if you're friends, then I would think that I would be able to stomach sitting there with you for a while, even if it's not under the pretense of
I'm rolling out. It's like,
you gonna roll out? Like,
nah, I don't know what
I just want to see. Like, I'm gonna wait and see what's going on. But
I don't know.
Luckily, hopefully by that time you haven't really held yourself to any kind of like serious ass thing, because again, this is your first date. Like, this is the first time you're meeting up and stuff like that. So we've already said 2 hours, so you're gonna get in there and get out. How many dates? We were talking about how many dates before we would say that we're dating, like in an actual factual dating situation, meaning we go out on multiple dates. And this is kind of where we stopped last week. We're dating, and then moving to we are dating exclusively. How do those things, like, okay, the first thing was we went out on a date. Then the next thing is we are dating, which means I may regularly see you, right? Like, or we regularly do things together or kick it, chill, whatever, right? And then dating is the next situation where, you know, or I'm sorry, we were already dating exclusively, right? And I think we started talking about that came with a conversation. Is that true? Bye, Facebook.
Because you see how we only have 2 minutes.
I do. Yeah. I mean, this is always how it is.
Yeah.
But we just want to answer this particular question.
So I think that,
how do we get to dating exclusively, or do we even need to do that?
I think what is well, no, I was gonna say this. What is shown is understood, but it's sometimes you gotta let people.
No, ma'am.
Like me, you gotta tell me.
Yeah, you
gotta let me know what's the expectation. Right. You don't want to leave it up for chance.
Right. Absolutely.
So I
mean, because you know, it comes with an understanding. If we're dating exclusively, we need to talk about that shit.
I think when you're dating exclusively, it happens when you guys start to be more physical.
Okay, so dating, then we have sex.
Yeah, I think that's when it should start. Okay, oh, so we're out, we're doing our thing, you know. Right. How many other people are you intimate with? You know, because I think that a person actually has the right to know that because of the fact that you are exchanging different energies and things like that. Absolutely. And you're sharing a part of yourself. I need to know, are we sharing each other and this is just this is us? Yeah. Or are you, and if what you're doing, give that person the right to say, okay, it's okay that, because some people don't mind. Okay, I know you're dating and you might be having sexual relationships with other people and that's just what you're doing. I don't mind, but give me the right to make that choice. Yeah. And I think that that's what a lot of people don't do is they just, okay, we not together, we just dating. I can do what I want to do. Yeah. Granted, you can, but also give me the right as a person who you are sexual with to say, hey, we're dating, but I'm also dating other people, which also comes with having sex with multiple people. So let that person be like, I'm sorry, I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm looking for someone we can take it slow, but we're working toward being monogamous with each other. So is that the dating exclusively place though? Yeah, because, I think that is. I think that because now that's where there's a great area though there. Yeah. Because you can say, hey, I have a who's dating right now, but that person is only sexual with one person. However, that person is dating other people, right? But then you have situations where some people but once again, it all goes back to being honest with the people you're dating. Hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking to take anything serious. I really like your vibe. I like your energy. I really want to see where this goes. However, I am dating other people. If it ends up into a sexual thing, because people need to just have that conversation. If it ends up into sex, where do you want us to lie? Do you want me to be like, no, let's not have sex. Let's not go this way. Or do you want to say we're going to go all the way? Right. You get what I'm saying? Because what happens with a lot of people is when you don't set the expectations, like even when I was single and I was dating people or whatever case may be, this is before I got in my relationship, I was dating people. However, I wasn't being sexual with multiple people, but I was dating different people. Yeah. Absolutely. And then when we're saying sexual, are we kissing everybody? Are we? That's what I'm saying. When I say sexual, I mean kissing and exchanging saliva and stuff like that. That's why you got to be careful because you can't just be out here with everybody. My point. I mean, give that person the right to say, I'm sorry, I like you, but right now, because you are engaging with multiple people, I don't want to be a part of that circle. Yeah. However, when you decide to just be with the one and respect the decision on both parties. Right. Because some people take offense to it. They take offense to the truth. Because I could sit here and say, oh, yeah, I really like you, Kales, but I'm dating other people, but I really want to spend time with you. And then you might be like, you doing what? Right. You doing what after we done did what? Well, no, I told you that we were just dating and, I'm seeing other people, whatever case may be. I don't want to close my options off. Well, I want us to date exclusively. Because then that person can say, I'm not ready for that. And that person can also say, I'm not ready for that. Right. But just this all goes back to so before, are we thinking people that if you're dating exclusively, then that is like, because people take that dating exclusively shit and run with it and then try to run right into a relationship when that's not where that was not the direction we were headed into. So some people and a lot of men and women will stay away from that exclusive because you want to exactly because when I'm dating exclusively, that means that we're headed somewhere. Exactly. We're headed to this other path of our monogamous relationship. Yeah, so it's a trickery slope, but a lot of people tend to stay away from that, unfortunately, and they do tend to stay out here dating more often than not, and they do tend to not really be upfront with people because they know sometimes everybody can't handle that truth that you're bringing, but it needs to be told because of the fact that you are engaging in multiple partners. You know what I'm saying? And then, I do feel like as far as that energy, like I was a big energy person as far as like who I was exchanging my energy with. And that was why I didn't want to do like more than one person I didn't want to engage sexually, at least with more than one person. Well, first of all, because I didn't want my energy. Okay, I was real bad with it before. Like I didn't want certain people to have my energy. Like, I feel like you're carrying a piece of me with you. So it was really selective. Like, oh no, we might do this, that, and the other, but we're not about to do this because I don't want you to take my energy with you. Mm-hmm. I didn't necessarily
wasn't even about the energy they were bringing to me with, yeah, if you doing, 6 or 7 different ones, then I got 6 or 7 different like energies on me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting that you did say that part about it. But so how long? Okay, here we go. So this will help.
You guys, here she in 1 hour and 4 minutes.
How long are we waiting to have sex? Because I think that's where it came from.
I think that's a personal decision.
Okay, but since we're saying that comes before or with dating exclusively, how long are we waiting? Do you have a time frame?
I don't, because like my girlfriend had to bring to my attention. We got it in the first night. So,
okay.
But we were talking on the phone.
Thank you for telling the truth.
Yeah, so
slow fucking clap.
Yeah. So I think it's a personal decision. When you know somebody's the one, then you know they're the one, right? It's definitely a personal decision. If I could redo it, would I redo it? Probably not, because we are 3 years in and boom, here we are. Mm-hmm. However, but dating, honestly, dating from year to year, like dating from month to month, from day to day is different. Yeah. Like, I don't know who
what
I
about
would
sexual
be.
relationships that you just decided that's what it's going to be?
I've never experienced that.
Okay.
So I don't,
you never wanted your itch scratched, but not wanted to be.
I've always been. That's why I said dating now.
I'm kind of a relationship.
Dating now, because
that's the scary part.
I'm emotionally attached to my vagina.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
I can't just sit here and bust it wide open. You know what I'm saying? I can't bust it wide open. Tell up, bring it back. What? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But
so that's why they weren't getting the sheaves.
Yeah, I can't do all that. However, I think it's definitely a personal preference. Me and my relationship, we did talk a lot before we met.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helped.
So clearly she was about to get the draws anyway.
Yeah. But when I made that fried chicken, she was on it.
That cooking. So y'all was talking. You already had her here.
Yeah.
Then you gave her the shapopping.
Yeah.
The shapop.
I fed her spirit. I fed her tummy. Then she fed mine.
Hey, that's what's up. Okay, and so then, guys, we are coming to the close of the show. We did run over a little bit, and for DetoxTEA, I will leave you guys with this. I've been thinking about it during the show, and I'm gonna leave you with this. To hopefully you guys are prepared to start to take this positivity thing a little bit further. And I'm encouraging everybody, have you a gratitude buddy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And take an attitude of gratitude with you every day. I've been kind of asking people recently to just, wake up and share 3 things that they're grateful for that day. Mm-hmm. Start your day off with the attitude of gratitude and see if it doesn't kind of like shift your thought process or your mindset. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but with DetoxTEA, we talk about mind, body, and spirit. And sometimes getting your mind right in the beginning of your day is helpful. Mm-hmm. And you find that there are more things, even in the shittiest day, there are more things than you think to be happy for, because as a matter of fact, if you can get up and say the bullshit, mm-hmm. if you can even wake up, then you actually have that one thing to be grateful for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't even have to, it doesn't have to be something like super crazy. You could be thankful that somebody didn't call you. You could be thankful that somebody did call you. You could be thankful mm-hmm. for a morning to text. You could be thankful that nobody hit your fucking phone. Whatever it is for you, just, try to go out with a good perspective, a good start at least. And that's just some gratitude. I don't care how fucked up you are about whatever happened the night before, but just get you a gratitude buddy and just share just 3 things that you could be happy for in that moment.
That's good.
Yeah,
that definitely does.
And we will talk to you guys about that later. A little bit more. We'll go more in depth with all of this stuff. Please send us information. We kiki about this whole dating shit a lot because we do think it's like super important to like talk dating situation in 2019 going into 2020 because everything is different. We're all over the place. There's no standard. There's no rules to the shit, which is fine that there are no rules to the shit. But I think it might help us clarify some things, collectively. At least give us a guideline to break away from. But you guys can hit us up on Instagram. We're on SipsTea the Show on Instagram. Definitely send us messages. If you have a topic that you'd like us to talk about on the show, you can hit us up on Instagram or at our email address at sipsteatheshow@gmail.com. And you can definitely hit us up on our personal pages, GemDTwin or Eb Deceleb, DECELEB. And we will see you guys back here next Wednesday. Happy humping.
Happy humping.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
we out.
And we out. Let me take us out for real, for real. Oh, you was out of here. I mean, you know, you can go for your bathroom breaks now as well.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.